everyone, welcome back. This is Abhinav Johri from QA Guides. So if you have any inquiries related to software testing, just drop us a mail, okay, or WhatsApp us on this number 919414054312, okay. And if you want to purchase these videos also, then let us know. Fine. So now today is the very important topic we are going to cover, that we are going to see a live project with correlations in it. Fine. So let's open JMeter and add a thread group. So before it, go to your Firefox, okay, go to options. Fine. Always remember, if you want to do any new recording, go to privacy, security, and clear the data. Okay, clear data. Your history will get cleared. Okay, uh, clear. Fine. Now what we can do, clear history also. Okay. So there will be no cookies and all these things if you are doing a fresh recording all things. And second thing is that go to your generals before recording anything. See that your local proxy has been available. So go to network settings and see its manual proxy configuration. Okay, that's fine. Perfect. Let's start. Go to thread group, add new logic controller, which is our recording controller. Okay, click on it. Sorry, I have added random controller. Add a recording controller. Fine. Then we need a HTTP non-test element, that is HTTPS non-test script recorder. Okay. So now we need to group the samples. So choose this option, put each group in a new controller. Okay. If you want to have some request filtering, click here, add suggested include. Okay, let me add, let it be like this only. Okay. Now let's click on start. Okay. Click OK, allow access. Okay, you can see a new window has opened. Fine. Go to your Firefox. Fine. Provide here. See, I have created my own website with the help of WordPress. Okay, and Bitami. Fine. You can have use your own sites. Okay, or you can go to Bitami and see how you can create a small website with the help of WordPress. Okay, or if you need my help also, I can provide. Okay, let's create login on localhost /shop. So now you can see it has logged into my localhost, and this is the page which you can see. Fine. So let's go to our JMeter. If you see, sample has been added. A sample has been added in it. Fine. Shop 1. See, there are few other things which got recorded here. We will see and delete them later on. Be with me. So now coming back to browser, we need to click on this particular link, that is login. And we need to log in here. So let me log in. See, I am able to log in, and if you go here, you can see two requests has been generated, that is WP login and WP login 2 times. Okay, I will tell you the difference between them. Fine, be with me. So now this page has been opened. So go here and click on visit site. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to add product in the cart. Okay, what we need to do, we need to add product in the carts. So let's work on it. So I go here, I click on this one, add this one. See, a new product has been added here. If you go, a new request has been generated here. Fine. If I again add a new product, I go here and what I do, I add this product. Okay, again you will see the back, a new cart updated successfully. Okay, if you go here you see second request has been generated. Okay, now let me add one more product. I go to movies and add this one else. Okay, it is also successfully added. Now you can see we have the three different requests which have been generated. Now next thing comes that we need to order the items. So go here and click here. Okay, see, so now I need to click on excuse me, checkout. So moment I clicked on checkout, it took me to the next page. Okay, we need to provide some details here, that is first name, last name, email, phone, country, everything. Okay, let's work on it. So let's the first number, Abhinav Chauri, Abhinav 11 email.com, phone 94140543112, country what I am taking, see, give some good data. Okay, India. Okay, state, Jaipur. Address can be Vishal. Okay, and now you can see these are the products. See, I have purchased previously one, that's why it is showing two. Okay, so I click on confirm order here. What I do, I click on confirm order here. Fine. So it is loading and confirming the product. Just wait, it will take little bit of time. See what it is showing me. Now it is showing me a message. See, if the order has been processed. Okay, the things have been processed. Now let's stop this recording. Okay, let's go to our product. See, these are the all things which have been recorded till now. Fine. So this is one of the scenario which has got recorded. Okay, so let's see what it has done. See, this is our home page. What it is, this is actually upon our home page. Fine, so what I keep it as home page. Fine, now if you see the request, they are JS, CSS. Actually our filter, I don't know why it doesn't, so it was not able to filter them out. So what I have to do, I have to delete these. See, delete, after seeing the extension, there should be some extension of different files. Okay, like JS is there, TXT is there, WOFF, TFT. So I have taking it and deleting it. Yes, I have deleted it. Fine. And see, this is the only file which is available. So do one thing, provide it directly. I put it here in my thread group. Okay, it is in my thread group. Okay, be with me. Now see our next sample. See, this is only PHP thing is available. So let's name it as, it is going to our login page. Make it as login page. And other, if you watch it out, are just CSS, CSS, JS, JS, CSS, CSS, JS, JS, SG, not of our use. Okay, just delete it. And what I do, I put it also here under my thread group. Okay, put home up and login after that. Fine. Now let's go to our third request. Okay, see here my username and password is going. What can you see? My username and password is being supplied here. And you can also see one comment that detected the start of redirected chain. Okay, so what I do, I put its name as process login. Fine, let's delete this line. Okay, and what we do, let's keep it also outside. Fine. Okay, so process login is at our third number now. Okay, now see, after login again we need to go to home page, so it will be our home page. Fine, we need to move back to our home page, so let's move home page also. So here we were adding the items to the product. Okay, so here we were adding the items to the product, so I can name it as product 1. This is product 1. This is product 2. Okay, this is product 3. And this is product 4. No, this is just be with me. Oh, just a second. Let me put them here. The spelling is incorrect. Product 1, 2, 3. Okay, so after adding these products we got a show cart, remember? So this is the request for that show cart, so let me add it as show cart. Fine, so I have named it as show cart. Okay, and I move it also. Fine. See, we are doing the things in a sequence. We are performing the task in a sequence. This is our checkout. So we have to name it as checkout page. Okay, put it here. And this is our last page where I am providing all the information. So we can name it as final order. Copy it. Okay, and take it here. Okay, so here we can see I have given all the requests which have been. So what we do, just remove this, delete this also. Okay, save it. Let's save it as project 1. and it's fine. So I have named it as project 1. Fine. Let me do one thing. Let me add a simple controller. Logic control, simple controller. Where it is? Simple controller. And let me move all these product things in a simple controller. Okay. Why it is not going here? Okay. Fine. And let's put it here. Okay. So all things are managed now. You can see it look good. Fine. See, these are various samples we are having. Okay, if you go here, so go to product. Here you see there is a nonce value. What it is? Nonce value. Fine. Here also we have a nonce value. Here also we have some nonce value. Fine. So what is this and how we get these nonce values? Yeah. So let's understand. See, these are very important things. So what I do, I just toggle them, disable them, add a new listener. Okay, view result tree listener. Okay, I have keep it here and let's run it out and see the results. Sorry, add view result tree, not view result table. Add a listener. Where is view result tree? See, this is very useful. I found best listener. Okay, now let me run this. See, after running this, we find that all the requests have passed. We ran only these 4 and it got passed. And see what for the better way to see that, what we can go to here, click on next. See the response data. See, it is showing me everything. Okay, it is showing me everything. Fine. If you go here, it is also showing everything. If you go process, see I have an error here. What I have a cookies are blocked or not supported by your user. You must enable the cookies. So I got this error. Fine. So what we do, I have already told you in my previous lecture, we will be adding a new config element, that is where is cookie manager, http cookie manager. Fine, I have added it a cookie manager here. Fine, save it. Be with me. Now let me run this again. Sorry. I reran it twice. Just let me break it. Let me run. First sample executed, second, third, and fourth. So we have all the 4 process. These have been executed. Okay, samples has been executed. But if you can see, there are 2 samplers are there, and if you go, you will not see that error which we were getting previously. Okay, you will not see the error which we were getting previously, and now you can see it has even logged in with my name. Fine. So see, I have already told you that we in our product there were something known as nonce. Okay, so now we need to look at our nonce. So where we can get these nonce? Go to our home page. See, remember pre-processor, post-processor, we get the things, all these things. Okay, correlations. See, everything is important now. Just go to text. Okay, and give here nonce. NONCE and click on find. See here, see this is a nonce. We have here also, it might be the thing we need, E33600. See, the value is same, E36306 378. This is different. This. So how can we extract it? Okay, what I do, let me search again. Okay, find, I go here, find next also, find next also. So see, you can see nonce are coming multiple place. So what you do, just copy this shop city nonce. Okay, copy it. Okay, let me copy it, control C, and let's paste it as it is. Okay, see, remember the regular expressions. Now I have to create a regular expression here. So what I can do, go here, go and create dot plus question mark, and I check this option. Okay, and find. So it is able to find this element twice. Okay, you can see it was able to find this value twice. Fine. So remember, now come the game of post processor. Okay, go here and HTTP request, click here, add new post processor, and give regular expression extractor. Okay, what is our regular expression extractor? This. Okay, and match number is 1. So we want that first sample to be with us. Okay, fine, getting the things. See, template $1, fine, and give the variable name as shop, and it was nonce, I remember, nonce. Okay, so this is the variable which will be useful for us. So now we will use it. Fine, in product 1, 2 or 3. Before that, what I do, I add a post processor, that is debug post processor. Fine. Let's have only one thing, that is jmeter variables. Let's run. Let's run and see whether we get the value extracted in our debug post processor or not. Okay. So I am running it. Just wait. So see, it ran, and let's go here. And what you can see, if we go to response data, okay, and response body, let me check it out. Just wait, be with me. Okay, why it is, just a second, where is norms, just a second, be with me. Sorry, see, I did the mistake here. I didn't provided my regular expression here. I just copied it same way. We need to provide, like, what was it? Okay, now let me run it. Sorry, it was my mistake. I need to provide the regular expression here. That's why I was thinking why it is not showing the values. Let me rerun it. Now see, here is the nonce value which we are getting. Okay, so it got extracted, looking good. Okay, you need to provide that regular expression value there. So do one thing, now just remove it. Okay, and what I do, go to your product and take your variable name shop nonce. Okay, copy it, go to product 1 and provide the variable name is dollar brackets nonce. Okay, copy it, go here, put this also, put here, and all the 3 products I have changed it. Now what can we do, just enable it. Okay, we will run it, control T, control T. See, there is no such variable here. Okay, control T in checkout also, and but now in finalize order, see, we have WP nonce here. What we have? We have WP nonce here. So be with me. Let's check out the WP nonce. Let me run it. So see, it ran perfectly. Okay, we have checkout page. Now go to your checkout page and see the final order. That is, copy it, go here, find. See, this is the value. Okay, see this. Okay, so let's copy it. Okay, so let's just put, there was underscore also. Let's put underscore, find next. Okay, see, this is WP norms. This is WP norms. Okay, you can see this is the same value coming, C92. Okay, let's see it. Okay, and this is also a WP norm, and here is the value. Okay, so what I do, we need this one. Let me copy it out. Okay, Control C, fine, paste it, fine. Okay, see, in the final order we have something like this only, 3584. Okay, so that's the way we find it out, and the value is 596FC. Okay, so now let's put a regular expression extractor. Bracket dot plus question mark. Okay, and let's check it with regular find. See, you can see that this has been provided. Now copy it, add a post processor regular expression, and this is our regular expression. Okay, match number is 1. Let's name it as WP underscore shop. Template will be $1. Match number, let it be 0. Okay, copy it. Okay, go to final order, and here provide as dollar curly braces closed, saved. Now try to execute. Just enable it, Control T. This has been enabled. Go here, clear it, and run it. See, final order has been executed. Great, doesn't it look great? We have executed. Now see, you can add dozen of orders with multiple users. There will be no issue executing this thing. See, if you don't change these norms, these regular express, these dynamic values, it will never get executed. Okay, it will never get executed. To execute these things, you need to provide with this correlations. Okay, and see, at the last we got this prompt, please send your check store name, and it is successful. So we have successfully placed this order. Let's check it out whether order was taken successfully or not. Okay, go to your Chrome. Okay, just sign it. So it is very important, we should see whether the things has worked or not. Either you should verify your database. Okay, see, this is the practical thing scenarios. Just wait. Okay, here go to stop construct, click on orders. See, there are two orders. One order which I did previously, remember, when I was automating the things, and this is the order I did now. What I do for you, let's do one thing. Can we delete it? Mark it delete. Okay, let's mark it delete. Yes. Okay, I have deleted the orders. I will run again. Let's see we get an order placed or not. Okay, clean it and run it. Okay, let it run. It is running. Product 1 added, product 2 added, product 3 added. Now check. It is going for check show cart page. Checkout. Payment has been done. It will take some time for the final order. And final order placed. Now let's see what happened. Go to your Chrome browser. Okay. Show it. Go here and click on orders. See, new order has been placed. Look great. Yeah. You can now put with 10 users. Say what I do this same thing. Say you need to now merge your CSV files to get multiple different type of data. What I do, for example, let's do one thing with thread group. Let's take number of users as 4. Fine. And let me execute. Now there should be 4 more orders should get placed. Okay. Now let's run it, clear it, and let's run it. Be with me, it will take some time. See all people logged in, login done, home page. Home page. See. Now it will be final order. Checkout done. Oh, final. Might be some. There could be issue that something got failed, but at least because see this is my single bit processor, there could be issues that performance is slow of this PC. So see, we have all final order of 3. Okay, let's see. Let's refresh it. See, 1 2 3. See, one failed, and after that we have 4 total. Now orders have been done. 1 2 3. Fine, great. You can do these type of performance testing now. Now let's see what all we can do. Let's delete it out first of all. Okay. Now let's go to categories. Fine. So just be with me. Just be with me. See, we have 4 products with us. Okay. We have 4 products with us. Fine. And these all product must have some IDs. Okay. Let's see. Go here. Product 1 has ID 10. Product 2 has 7. Product 3 has 8. Let's consider another product which will be say it will be 9. Okay, because it is in a sequence, let's number it as 9. I have copied this sample and marked it as 9. And now suppose I just want to order one product. Okay, not all the products. So what I do, I add a new controller with the name as random controller. Okay, let me move all these things here. From simple controller to let's move to random controller. Okay, put it here. Fine. Let's delete simple controller. So now what random will do, it will get only one order. It will only generate one order. See my controllers video where you can get the good idea. So what I do, I go to thread group, make it as 1. Okay, save it. Go here. See, these are different scenarios what we can work on. Clean it and run. Okay, it is running. See, product 1 has been added, show cart and checkout page done. and final order. So means the order has been processed. Now do one thing, go to your Chrome. See, now the quantity will be one. Only one order will be there. Let's go here. Let's go to orders. Oh, I haven't deleted it. See, we have 5 now. Okay, just do one thing. So now I ran it again and it worked properly. Fine. So it ran again and it generated with one final order. Now let's see the performance. How can we monitor the performance? See, let's through Windows machine we can use Task Manager. Let's see how. See, I will be adding a new listener, that is Perfmon listener. See, I have explained it about in my past classes. Okay, so you can go and see its functionality. I have matrix controller I have added. Okay, let me I won't be using this. Let me disable it. Okay, and a part of it I will be using a aggregate report. Add a new listener. So these are the best things you can use. Okay, aggregate report. Where is aggregate report? Here it is. Okay, now what we can do, so see, now I will be adding a thread group according to my requirement. Okay, so I need to add a thread group and I am adding ultimate thread group. Okay, so this will be fine because stepping is now outdated. So let's add a row. Okay, and what how much we can have, let's start search count to be 10 users. Okay, no initial delay, startup time it is 30. Okay, so what should we do here? Let's keep it 30 only, and hold time, just wait, we can put it as 600. Let's make it as 6 seconds, that is 600. Sorry, 0.6 second. And shutdown time, let's make it as 30. Okay, fine. So now do one thing, move everything from here. Okay, fine, and copy it. Okay, and move it here. Aggregate is here only. Okay, and do one thing, disable it. Control T. Okay, so everything is now under my ultimate thread group. Okay, now I have started execution and you can see that things are coming up. See, remember one thing, there is zero error. Every request is going perfectly for 10 users. Okay, every request is going perfectly for all the 10 users. Fine, this is the best thing you can see practically. Okay, and see, I have made this performance matrix, but see, I have not covered in my course till now. I have just gone to my modules. So next module I will be covering the performance matrix, and after that I will let you know how we can monitor the progress. Okay, so thank you for till now, and watch this module, you will easily understand the correlations. Thank you.